Paying off debt can seem really overwhelming. I know I was once in $40,000 of debt. But when you have an actionable, realistic strategy for paying down your debt, it makes it a lot easier. Maybe you've heard people talk about the Snowball method. Well, this is a widely known method, but it isn't actually the most effective approach to paying down debt. So today, I'm going to teach you our step-by-step, stress-busting method for effectively paying down your debt. Hey, I'm Lorianne, co-founder of Dow Janes and a money coach. And if you want to learn more about how to make the most of your money and kickstart your journey to financial wellness, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So what is the Snowball method? The Snowball method is an approach to debt reduction in which you pay off the smallest debt first, and then the second smallest, and the third smallest, and so on. You know, like a snowball. You start off with a little clump, and then you put more in, and more in, and more in, and eventually you have a whole snowman. Now, this method is recommended a lot by financial experts, including people like Dave Ramsey, as being the best way to pay down your debt. And there is a psychological advantage to it. Being able to pay down the smallest debt first means you get a quick win. You realize you really can do this. You can pay off a debt, which keeps you motivated to then continue and to keep making progress towards your financial freedom. However, it's not the most effective way to pay down debt. And I'm going to explain our next level system for paying that debt down fast in a second. But first, let me explain why the Snowball method falls short. It all has to do with the cost of your debt. And the Snowball method does not factor this in at all. It ignores the cost of your debt, aka the interest rate that you're paying to the debt. So the Snowball method focuses entirely on the lump sum, how much you owe, while completely ignoring the impact that the amount of interest you're paying on the debt has. So the problem is that the interest that you're paying ends up making up often a large portion of the total amount that you pay towards the debt. And so if you have a debt with a very high interest rate that ends up further down your list when you're using the Snowball method because the lump sum of the debt is large, that can end up costing you a lot more. We're talking about thousands of dollars in your debt, meaning it takes you longer to pay off the debt entirely, as well as you actually put more money towards the debt. And both of those factors have another impact, which is they cost you money because it delays the time of when you can start investing. So it's delaying you from earning passive income and allowing that money to compound. We always recommend paying off high interest rate debt first, meaning any debt that has an interest rate of 7% or more before you start investing, because otherwise your debt will actually cost you more than you can make by investing. And so you can see that if your debt is delaying your ability to invest, you want to pay that debt off as fast as you can so you can get your money invested and growing right away. So that is why the Snowball method falls short. Now, if you're ready to learn what does work and what we do recommend, give this video a thumbs up. Okay, what I recommend is what I call the intelligent Snowball method. Because the Snowball method isn't completely wrong, it's just overly simplified. And what I suggest using instead is this intelligent Snowball method. Intelligent Snowball method, it starts the same way as the classic Snowball method. First, you're going to list out all of your debts, the amount you owe, and the interest rate you're paying on that debt, and list it in order from smallest to largest debt. So your spreadsheet might look something like this. Now, just like if you were using the Snowball method, you're going to start by paying down your smallest debt first. This means that every month you will pay the minimum amount on all of your debts, but if you have any extra money to put towards debt, you put that towards your smallest debt first until it's paid off. And congratulations, if you stick with that, you will have paid off your first debt. And take a minute to celebrate. You want to celebrate all of your financial wins in a way that doesn't cost too much money, of course, but rewarding yourself gives you a little encouragement and makes it mentally easier to continue paying down your debts. Now, after you've paid off this first debt, if you were following the usual Snowball method, then you would move to the debt that had the second smallest balance and you'd pay that one down next. However, with the intelligent Snowball method, you want to move to the debt that has the highest interest rate next. So you've already gotten the quick win. You've paid off a debt. You've realized you can do this. You will eliminate your debts. And now, armed with that confidence, you want to go and tackle the debt that is costing you the most money next. This way, you're building your confidence and reducing the amount of money that you'll have to pay in interest and getting out of debt even faster so that you can get into wealth building mode sooner. After you've paid off those first 2 debts, you just keep going in order from largest interest rate to smallest. Pay your debts off in that order. Now you might be thinking, cool, and now I have a method for paying down the debt. I know what order to pay my debts down in, but how do I actually do it? If you want to learn more about how to pay off debt, sign up for our free mini course, 5 Days to Debt Free, where we will teach you the basics of how to pay down debt. And if you are serious about getting rid of debt and you want a simple, proven system to start paying down debt for good, we also have an in-depth training on how to pay down credit card debt, take control of your finances, and build wealth in our course, The $1 Million a Year. I will leave a link to that down below as well. Thank you for watching.